Soft ambient pads, inviting texture, low heartbeat bass, thumbs barely audible at first. Gentle clicks and echoes that pan my throat like sonar. Distant voice, reverse, ethereal. System locked, deep freeze. Shimmering synth, particularly rising like frosted glass. Soft bass pulses underneath one with analog style filter. Track style hi-hats sprinkled gently, reverb heavy. Pads evolved to include ghostly harmonic layers. Atmos effects, chilling wind, sweeping the wave trails. Console upward, freezing into crystal and distortion. With a rising pitch glitch, vocal chop. Lock inside the echo, nowhere to thaw. Silence drop for one beat. Heavy, slow motion bass drop like an avalanche of slow-mo. Kicks in a combo drenched in reverb, creating a cavern feel instant frozen soul wave modulated with slow LFO. Echo trails the drop repeating in layers like icicle shattering. Breaks back into ambient soundscape. Westward voice sample. Repeats they never saw. Frost crackles, slow down digital chirps that slightly detunable, simulating system decay. Drop returns with extra reverb and deeper bass. Sub is now tuned with frozen flutter effects. Something much percussion fades in and out like lost data fragments. Echoes from first drum reintroduced in reverse order. Habit dissolves into faint ambient hum. Final synth chord stretched into reverb infinity. Sound ends with a faint vocal whisper. Cryo lock deactivated. Glitchy boot up FX, CPU error beats. High pass filtered machine hum builds. Sporadic static bursts and reverse rise, reverse voice and instability detected, core meltdown imminent. Syncopated dubstep rhythm enters. Bass dirty sorries layered with tremolo mod. Gritty mono synth riff with pitch automation. Percussion snappy snares, gated claps, digital hats, lyrics. Chop, copy, edit, code collapse, sparks ignite, circuit screen and neon light. Memory fracture can't rewind, now the glitch is redefined. 16th note snare roll, building in volume. Filtered riser sweeps upward with increasing pitch glitch. Loop scale, loop ride, break the line. Dubstep bass punk drop, heavy tuned bass crowds with comb filtering. Lead synth chainsaw like abundant chaos. Kick snare combo, big room style layered with metallic thud. Glitch effects stutters, bit crush and abrupt micro pauses. Acts of break beat fill in every 4 bars. Bass becomes more saturated like a corrupted wave. Vocal line held down, cascade, no reboot. More intense variation, bass sliding crowds, machine gun style modulation. Glitch melody and 8-bit style buried under distortion. Drums aggressive double time snare fills. FX short circuit noises and fast filter modulation. Final voice, cream, cybernetic. All sounds slowly fragment into silence. Last element low hum fades out with glitchy vocal whisper. Shutdown complete. Sound slowly fragment into silence. Last element low hum fades out with glitchy vocal whisper. Shutdown complete. Violin drones lays with electrical crackles and sparks. Subtle mechanical whirs and glitches build tension. Distant robotic voice sample. Circuit breaker preparing collapse. Copyrighted drum pattern kicks in, bunny kicks, sound snares, syncopated hi-hats. Bassline, deep distorted crawls with sudden stops and starts. Glitch, distant stabs, intermittently break the rhythm. Vocal chops, overload, system failure. Rising synth sweeps with filtered white noise. Drum fills accelerate with glitch effects and snare rolls. Vocal loop intensifies. Collapse, 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 collapse. Powerful dubstep drop with crushing bass hits. Giant synth snap cut sharply through the mix. Complex drum protocol bars and glitches build tension. Fills, distant robotic voice. Sample walls, circuit breaker preparing collapse. Preparing collapse. Digital detraction effects. Gradual deconstruct, heavy rhythm drop. Like a pitch sub snares. Distant robotic voice sample. Circuit breaker preparing collapse. Circuit breaker preparing collapse. Looking rhythm drum band kicks in, bunny kicks, jump snares, syncopated hi-hats. Bassline, deep distorted grounds with sudden stops and starts. Glitch, instant stabs, intermittently break the rhythm. Vocal chops, heavily cross stuff. Breakdown, overload, system failure. Failure. Robotic voice. Circuit breaker offline. Collapse. Collapse. Powerful dubstep drop with crushing bass hits. Jagged synth snaps cut sharply through the mix. Complex drum programming with triplet hi-hats and glitch fills. FS, galactical sparks, circuit noises, digital fragmentation. Breakdown to sparse synth pads and glitch effects. Whispered vocal sample, system instrumental. Return drop with added layers of distortion and bass growls. Faster drum fills with increased syncopation. Synth snaps become more frequent and aggressive. Digital destruction effects cascade through the track. Gradual deconstruction of elements with glitch fades and noise sweeps. Final deep bass rumble fades to silence. Lost your body voice. Circuit breaker offline. Offline. Right. Strings, partials build, layered digital effects. Distant city ambience, hum of neon lights and faint traffic noise. Subtle rhythmic clicks, hi-hat taps fade in. Grid breaker. Activate. Bassline drops in with a deep rolling groove. Simply sharp chop stabs with pitch modulation. Breakbeat rhythm begins, driving the energy forward. Laser-like sweeps and glitch accents. Copy. Hit. Breaking through the neon haze. Chasing lights in endless maze. Pulsing nights, circuits flip. Grid breakers everywhere. Electro house drop, pounding bass with pulsating rhythm. Symphony ambience, hum of neon lights and faint traffic noise. Subtle rhythmic clicks and hi-hat taps fade in. Phone ripples back to shimmery patterns and sparse percussion. Neon lights fade fast. Pounding stage sounds filtered through delay. Turn up the main drop with additive layers of bass punch. Percussion becomes more intricate with triplet fills. Submit as melodic runs and ascend lights. Players ping away, simple video, fade bass. Final synth stab echoes into silence. Closing vocal sample. Soft rope maker. Offline.
Mechanical hum and digital sound effects.
Metallic risers echo through a synthetic cityscape.
Vocal reverb, vocal initiated. Loading neon shard array.
Percussion slowly builds with thunder grips and glitch clicks. Driving beat kicks in electros and punchy bass groove. Flaring schedules go every way. Blue 99s. Circuit veins, electric bites. Neon strikes like razor wire. Through the bass we climb higher. Sense sharp, crystalline stabs with delayed trails. Rolling cyber grooves subtly modulating. Laser flickers, hydrogen, shots breaking apart. Surge sensor beating, glitch and rip is done. Filter bass rises with tension. Vocal chop loop, initiate breach now. And chrome escalates the focus, starshine. Fills the cyber bass, drops and stabs. Sharp digital with pitch bend. Stays on rolling some with a big crush test. Straight groovy with fills every 8 bars.
Vocal breach, maximum intensity.
Protocol breach, maximum intensity. Some good fun psychology will replace. Able solos, glitch effects, and delivery boot. Harder second drop with tesolator reboot. Double time shard sense, baseline as distortion grates. For the night it reboots. Circle filsify, all those intensify. All forge even made on protocol beats. Shard sense, echo integrate into glitches. Keep faces silence under soft neon hum. Final vocal brutal bridge. Pressure by filter the bass lie. Format, the book all completes. Short assist, echo, integrate into glitches. Kick face, the silence under soft neon hum. Final vocal go terminated. Vertical terminated.
Placing the synth arpeggios with a distorted green tone. Layered with digital noise and flickering code sound effects. Distant robotic voice sample system online. Phantom grid engaged.
Visual build with percussion, mechanical clicks and hi-hats. Pulse and pump beat drops, punchy kicks, snappy snare, crunchy hats. Lead synth, sharp, jagged riffs with pitch bends and distortion. Bass thick, crawling synth, bass like moving in sync with the rhythm.
Bursts rolling.
Throttling, copy edit, racing through the phantom grid. Symbols break, codes undead. Haunted lights and flicker flames, lost inside these cyber games. Synth layers stack with rising pitch and intensity. Fills its sterile speed up with the phantom overdrive. Phantom drive, electro bass and punk drop. Distorted bass synths cutting through the mix. Fast, racing in syncopation. Aggressive drum pattern, layered glitch percussion. Effects, intervals, static, flickering light bursts. Breakdowns and minimal pads and distant echoes. Glitch in the grid, no escape. Sparso synth motifs with delay and reverb. A turn of the main drop with added distortion and complexity. Bassline thickens with crawling modulation. Lead synth and shot staccato riffs. Drum fills become more aggressive, pushing the bass. Layers peel away, leaving a single synth line fading out. Final echoing glitch effects trail off into silence. Bass thick crawling synth rhyme.
Synth pads swell with warm intense chords. Glitch effects like shattered data fragments crackle in background. Injecting shattered byte. Initiating breakdown. Subtle rising noise riser builds tension. Built-in with punchy kick and sharp snare lead. Safe emotional soaring melody with distorted edges. Heavy compressed punch layered with wobble modulation. Glitch, stutter, slice rhythmically between notes. Lyrics bash, copy, edit, cracked, formless signal line. Data please where pulses shine. Fractured beats collide and bind. Shattered bites corrupt my mind. Mine. Synth layers rise with pitch bends and white noise sweeps. Drum fills speed up with glitch, chopping vocal chopper beation. Break. Injected, shattered, bite, break. Invest punches with greedy distortion and pitch modulation. Lead synth, fractured ink for glitchy stabs and a poet charts. Drum pattern complex with triplet hi-hats and snare rolls. Reach mouse, blur, bite, patch, builds, pictures. Ambient glitch effects scatter in stereo fields. With heavier distortion and faster hi-hats. Bassline now layered with growls and bit crush effects. Lead synths interweave glitch shots and soaring melodic lines. Sounds gradually deconstruct with glitch fades. Final synth chord held with delay and reverb. Last glitch spike echoes out as vocal fades. And rejection complete, system reset. System reset, set. Breach bows. Breach bridge, chopping vocal chopper beation. Break. Layers rise with pitch, bends and white noise sweeps. Drop fill speed up with glitch, chopping vocal chopper beach. Electric hums and buzzing synth drones, sharp digital sparks and robotic voice snippets. Reactor online, charging shock core. Hard-hitting bass drums with punchy kicks and tight snares. Bassline aggressive, distorted with oscillating growls. Screaming synth leads pierced through with fast modulation. Chip percussion and zap effects layering vocal chop. Core, ignite. Rising synth, punch-ups and filter sweeps. Drum fills accelerate with glitchy rolls. Vocal loop intensifies. An electrical drop with heavy bass slams and aggressive synth blasts. High lead synths cut through the mix with distortion. Drums punch hard with syncopated hi-hats and triplet fills. FX electro crackles, digital glitches and zap sounds. Energy pulls back to atmospheric hats and low drums. Echo vocal sample and the return of the drop. Added synth layers and synth voices. Where the sixes become more complex with rapid pitch bends and modulation. Drum fills speed up and layer glitch effects and electro. Final synth zap echoes into silence. Closing robotic voice. Closing modulation. Hard-hitting bass drums with punchy kicks and tight snares. Bassline aggressive, distorted with oscillating growls. Screaming synth leads pierced through with fast modulation. Chip percussion and zap effects layer in vocal chalk. Or ignite. Rising synth fills and filter sweeps. Drum fills accelerate with glitchy rolls. Vocal loop intensifies. Reactor offline. Power rising, voltage surging, pickles and humming voltage drones. Twinkling synth sparks, blurring stereo space. Distant robotic voice, apple filter and distorted. Power rising, voltage surging, thinking as it was a clay, breaking his drum spins, line aggressive, buzzing synth bass with the counter rhythms. Filter fast with modulation, little chairs, whispers, industrial metaphor, doing noise, multi-flat synths. Bass pulses, jagged and stuttering, layering with buzzing drums. Sample rush, this sample body voice, sample filter and bass. Sample body for the sample filter, you can start the power, sample filter and destroy it. sharp snares, baseline aggressive buzzings and bass with staccato rhythm, razors and bleeds slice through with faster modulation, glitch effects, digital sparks, over the surgeon of the repetition with cast, blingy kicks and sharp snares, baseline aggressive buzzings and bass with staccato rhythm, razors and bleeds slice through with faster modulation, voltage, shut down, voltage, shockwave, shut down. Electrical hums and sparking glitch tones, lo-fi static crackle fades in. Vocal stutter, deep groove bombing, kick cage. Drums ramping with filtered hats and snare goes to it. Drums fully drop into intricate tech step groove. Snare tight, crisp, metallic. Kick dry and fast with sub-layering. Bass freestyle growl with depth and modulation. Rhythmic synth stabs, pulse tempo lyrics, mechanized voice syncopated. Ass. Copy edit, go cascade circuit stream, overdrive sparks through dailies, voltage spike reaction, chain high flow with signal unrestrained. Mute bass filters up with rising tension, percussion glitches begin looping faster. Vocal glitch glare, panning left to right, drive, pulse, clock up, overflow. High speed neurofunk drop, rapid hi-hats and breakbeats. Glitchy neuro basslines moving left to right in stereo. Dark hits, sharp mechanical, simple layer, mimics processing, overheat, screeching loud vocal overload. Turbo dip with atmospheric effects, synthetic and eerie, robotic whisper, cold temporizing, throttling denied. Pass, copy, edit, mystery breaks and fluid flow. Time compresses circuits glow, memory bends the drive ascends, music mode, distance never posted, zombie never distortion. More compressed drama layering over neural bass. Freestyle crowd with definition. Listen with hypnotic dysfunction. Final sub breaks, leads, and now layering over neural bass. Final vocal slice. System breach, total acceleration. Drums slowly dissolve, bassline glitches out into silence. Final sub shutdown, click monitor fizz. Bolster, dip, offline. High-speed neurofunk drop, rapid hi-hats and break edits. Glitchy neuro basslines moving left to right in stereo. Burk hits, sharp mechanical, simple layer minutes processing overheat, screeching lead vocal. Turbo dip with atmospheric effects, synthetic and eerie, robotic whisper, core temporizing, throttling denied. Ass, copy, edit, mystery breaks and thread flow. Time compresses, surface glow, memory bends and drive ascends. Nothing low, distant never, pressing notice never ends. Same drop, heavier, link glitcher, release bass tears with added distortion. More common drop, pressure, focus, drum breaks, leads, synthol area, neurals. Final literal lights, start the little slice. System breach, total accelerator, neural bass. Final vocal slice. System breach, total acceleration. Final vocal slice. System breach, total acceleration. Metallic tag skates on with metallic clangs and distant static. Those subtones have a diffraction, glitched effects, full-coded robotic voice. Goopers initiated. Forging data red. Forging data red. Forging data red. Aggressive, syncopated tech step drums enter track kick stepping stairs rolling hats. Baseline, Dark modulated growls weaving in rhythmic paths of glitch and static weave throughout. Vocal chops heavily processed. Phone fills speed up with snare rolls and glitch effects. Synths rise in pitch with filter sweeps. Vocal stutter, riff. Full neurofunk drop with heavy bass growls and complex drum programming. Baseline switches between sharp pulses and deep sub-rumbles. Echoing breakbeats with glitch fills. Echoing wins and direct drop speed of corruption. Bereft chaos forms. Return of drop with increased complexity and a lyric bass textures. Modulated bass growls slide through the mix with pitch bends. Drum speed up with intricate fills. Glitch effects cascade around the rhythm. Circular break apart with glitch fades. Metallic melody echoes. Final bass, no help into silence. Last robotic voice. Data force. Riff complete. Corruption noises. Stripped down section with atmospheric patterns and glitch effects. Chaos forms. Without drop with increased complexity and layer bass textures. Modulated bass growls slide through the mix with pitch bends. Drum speed up with intricate fills. Glitch effects cascade around the rhythm. Sounds gradually break apart with glitch fades, metallic echoes. Final bass note held and distorted into silence. Last robotic voice. Data forge, riff complete. Data complete. Theft complete. Tools complete. Ledger complete. Complete.
Big flips searching out of tempo, broken arcade startup sound, vocal glitch effects. Damage online, lo-fi beat slowly emerges from digital static. Loose, groovy glitch compete with trap snares, lyrics digitally filtered, robotic error. Copy, edit, pixels crashing, code unchained. Lines of chaos in my brain, packets lost in static zones. Baseline crash your circuit bones, bass thick and warped with bit crush textures. Syncopated kicks, distorted snares, chop fills. Syncopated kicks, distorted snares, chop fills. Syncopated kicks, distorted snares, chop fills. Increasing tempo of glitch stutters and data corruption effects, vocal chop.
Havoc, pixel overload.
Rising synths swirl with dissonant pitch bends. Glitch hop drop with trap bass and aggressive digital distortion. Bass starter crunchy with mid-range punch. Drums, sharp snare rolls, triplet fills, thin fills. Vocal tag layered with distortion. Pixelated, havoc and edited. Rhythmized synth hits and arcade effects crash in rhythm. Glitch breakdown with snare vocal loops and ambient data decay. Lyrics play edit, memory frame, signal bent. Reboot fails, I fragment. Errors move by disengage. Trapped inside this data cage. Sound, analog hiss, CPU fan watering static sweeps. Heavier glitch drop with layered rhythms and trap fills. Glitch fills between beats, ping, zap, overload. Modulated, correlated, show ages, new synth-lated. Raw waves, laser stabs, vocal choppers, sliced and glitched. Havoc, system down. Digital distortion collapses into silence. Closing CR key shut down.
High pitch, glassy earth, single line, crazy stars. Like static glitches, swirl like sound in a digital storm. Simple voice whispers, signal fractured, answering the crystalline void. Pulsating kicks in combo with echoing claps. Rising hard wave leads slowly pitch up with reverb tails. Flying glitch feels that syncopation stutters, pitch crashes and shards. Energy builds with later snares, laser risers and a reverse snare. Slam! Main bass drop, upward wave led late, a crackling distortion. Side change of punchy kick drum and creating wave-like motion. Snappy snare with digital echo trails. Glitchy hats and glitchy fills, almost broken machine-like. Melodic like shattered crystal bits. Terminal glitches hitting bursts. Melody slows through a cold piano progression. Bits crushed at the edges. A robotic voice. Act storm sequence, complete integrity failing. Backering blasts, gathering glass journal, effects totally void. By cleaning kicks in combo with echoing claps. Rising hard wave leaves slowly pitch up with reverb tails. Like glitch fills that syncopate glitch, patient stutters, bits, crashes and chirps. Energy builds with layer snares, laser risers and a reverb jewel ops, crashing like ice shards. Telltales every floor bars go increasingly glitched. Massive glitch core fills before the final crash out. Melody slowly dissolves than before. New melodic layer harmonizes with the main riff. Jewel ops crashing like ice shards. Strong fills every floor bars go increasingly glitched. Massive glitch core fills before the final crash out. Melody slowly dissolves into static. Lost in notes freeze and crack into silence. Final voice whisper reversed. Melody slowly dissolves into static. Lost synth notes freeze and crack into silence. Final voice whisper reverse.
Phenomenon like flickering voltage in an abandoned data plant. Mechanical ticks, radio static and glitching pops echo softly. Layer of droning sub rumble builds tension. Robotic voice whispers, being charged, destabilizing system. Sparks and power surges crackle left to right. You're right, you're right, you're right. Electric charge effects rise, distortion increasing. Engine bells with metallic clanks and filters from synth buzzes. Kick pattern speeds to a mechanical stop. Final warning, heavy detonation imminent. Use mechanical color, drop hits. 30 sub-bass distorted like a power drill through concrete. Side change and thunderous kicks. Splits burst between phrases like voltage feedback. Back to real lungs, a purple pills smooth sound. Bass distorted like a power drill through concrete. Side change and thunderous kicks. Glitch burst between phrases like voltage feedback. Back to real lungs, a purple pills tension. Mind voice whispers. Come to last, complete. Bass returns heavier and glitchier with big crisp power surges. Synth layers growl like collapsing electric towers. Low snare, punch pattern, pounds of factory machine precision. Addition textures, static choke pads. Robotic breathing noises. Buzzsaw, LFO underlayer rising in pitch. Filter sweep down low, rumble and distant. Clanks echo, droning synth tries to read the rhythm. Sound like AI struggling to come back online. Here's the section. Beam blasts, layered with crashing bass gates. Kick drum breaks the rhythm with sudden stops. Intermittent silence like blackout flickers. Glitch feedback loops cut in broken machine language. Power offline. Click. Distant electric crackle. Crackle, 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 crackle. Power offline. Click. Gaining static intermittent power surges. Final click sounds like the last breaker shutting off. Ends with silence and one distant electric crackle. Keep a quick sounds, just a little line fade forward for alerts in reverse. Like glitched out past sweep like a web page crashing. Bouncing focus and styles resembling pop-ups with a digital up in the background. Tension stable, redirecting to chaos. Concussion build, trap high rolls, rapid clap playing with browser scroll quick. Melody intensifying, chubby synth stutter erratically like buggy hyperlink. Main drop elements, hyper glitch lead synth fire and stuttered bust. Body baseline pulsing with trap snares, a massive kick. Effect. Scrolling motion, stop switching sound use rhythmically. Groove, stop phrasing the web lag, creating tension with every measure. Consumer waves, fragments stripped into a quiet net, surfing ambiance, reverse cash load effects, sweet backing. Seven rubber whisper, you've entered the havoc zone. Rebuilds in its own time, a late synth becomes a great swing piece, syncopated, almost dubstep style. Trap hacks and stands, double time, making it feel hyper fast. Filtered skills mimic hyperlink loading and crashing. Octopus system, control vocal drops, clicking while it pop-ups to one side, messy intended. Sounds degrade into slow motion, clicks and scrolling echoes. Real hyperlink click echoes into silence. Last line from a distorted voice. Session expired. Line draw 100 pop-ups at once. Loud, messy, addictive. Sounds degrade into slow motion, clicks and scrolling echoes. Final hyperlink click echoes into silence. Last line from a distorted voice. Session expired. Session expired. Robotic beats fade in, fragmented vocal samples loop. Override, system breach, error, error, error. Minimal percussion, soft hi-hats and clicks spaced unevenly like a glitch. Syncopated trap hi-hat roll start, rising white noise sweep mixed with reverse synth stabs. Losing control! Sub-bass slowly creeps in with wobble effects. Snare roll accelerates, increasing tension. Heavy distorted bass hits with unpredictable rhythmic glitches. Glitches, glitches, glitches. Kick hits punch sharply, layered with sharp snare snaps. Chopped vocal glitches randomly scattered. Berserk. Knee-like melodic stabs cut through the mix with erratic timing. Stuttering synths pulse wildly, creating chaotic energy. Progression drops out, leaving glitchy ambient textures and low droned vocal echoes and reverse samples repeats. Crash synths will slow down, fading into fragmented noise. Bass returns, more aggressive with pitch modulation. Rapid fire hi-hats and glitch effects fill the space. Vocal chop shift between robotic and distorted screams. Lead synth line oscillates erratically, adding tension, intense rhythmic complexity with offbeat accents. Sudden drop to sparse percussion and fading synths. Robotic voice fragments. Shut down. Just shut down. Final glitch noises taper off into silence. Just shut down. Just shut down. Final glitch noises taper off into silence. Robotic beats fade in, fragmented vocal samples loop. Override, system breach, error, berserk. Nail-like melodic stabs cut through the mix with erratic timing. Stirring synths pulse wildly, creating chaotic energy. Hey, hits punch sharply, layered with sharp snare snaps. Drop vocal, cropped vocal glitches randomly scattered. Hey, I berserk. Nay, like melodic stabs cut through the mix with erratic timing. Stuttering synths pulse wildly, creating chaotic energy. Compression drops out, leaving glitchy ambient textures and low drones. Vocal echoes and reverse samples repeats. Slow down, fading into fragmented noise. Bass was pervading like fragmented noise. Wandering synths pulse wildly, creating chaotic energy. Percussion drops out, leaving glitchy ambient textures and low drones. Vocal echoes and reverse samples repeats. Crash, slow down, fading into fragmented noise.
Low impact rises like a corrupted blood screen. Distant robotic whisper,
Initializing lockdown, bandwidth unstable.
so glitch pulses mimic packet drops.
Space pulses begin suddenly sync with flickering static.
Go metallic reverb trails fade into bills.
Firewall tune, find that block trace in the vein. Buffer floods scramble the brain. Syntax falls in a line cascade. Like data tropicals remains. EDM. Massive steps, echoes, side chains up. Bass bumps under technicals and clicks. Flop hi-hats rattle like data leaks. Thinking accelerates.
Filter sweep on synth builds tension.
Static effects increase the system straining.
Vocal glitches ruffler whispered.
Initializing lockdown, bandwidth unstable. Fog, glitch, pumped, blows. Everything crashes into a glitch void. Big crush, vocal chop solo. Big crush, vocal chop solo.
Ambience of a broken machine room.
Action lost. It's firewall torn, circuit scream. Ghost of code in a vapor stream. Pain to death, the pulse is gone. Still I transmit, still I'm on. Firewall torn, circuit scream. Ghost of code in a vapor stream. Pain to death, the pulse is gone. Still I transmit, still I'm on. Firewall torn, circuit scream. Ghost of code in a vapor stream. Pain to death, the pulse is gone. Still I transmit, still I'm on.
Firewall torn, circuit scream. Ghost of code in a vapor stream. Ping to death, the pulse is gone. Still I transmit, still I'm on.
More distortion on vocals delivered with robotic sizzle. The bassline more chaotic, pitch bends and mod wheel glitch. Reverb synth ramps up, vocal rises into robotic scream. Filtered kick rolls begin building. Glitch fill, lock down. The bass returns with wider stereo spread. Reverb tails twist into big crush fade. Machine gun hi-hat step under massive stop. Oh, this is modulated pitch spiral between phrases. You can't stop the range.
Low synth pad filters out. Vocoder whispers. System offline. Final note bends downward and digitally crumbles. Echo of a modem. Disconnect tone.
Digital noise fades in like a corrupted radio signal. Low pass filtered ambient pads slowly swell in volume. Fragmented vocal samples echo, signal lost, reconnect caress. Like
glitch clicks, pan left to right, creating a ghostly stereo feel. A one-time bass rumbles faintly underneath.
Sounds performing rebel.
Chill step drums keep in, snappy kicks, soft clap snare, subtle sidechain hi-hats. Dreamy synth lead plays a melancholic melody tuned slightly for a digital wobble. Vocal chop motif repeats like a haunting memory. Binary, gentle arpeggioid keys flutter in the background like data flickers.
Bass deepens, a soft 808 sub-pulse syncs with the kick. The live melody distorts briefly, then resolves with reverb, heavy echoes. New texture, glitchy vinyl crackle and layered with suchy paths. Cushion gains slight punch but stays restrained, moody and emotive. Whispered vulgar,
Still here. Synth filters drop back into a lo-fi haze. Glitch clicks and reverse effects create a stuttering dream-like effect. Soft bell plugs pan back and forth in stereo. Ghostly vocal synth layer returns warped and stretched. Don't forget me.
all percussion fades out. Single digital heartbeat pulse every 8 bars. Pad drums, rising pitch and modulation. Reverse piano notes glitch and like corrupted memories. Echoes beat returns subtly, minimalist kick, ghost snare, new melody, more resolved, slightly hopeful. Vocal chop glides to boast.
White noise wave crash adds emotional weight. A single synth layer mimics a heartbeat slowing down. Tones vanish again. Just the ambient pack slowly fading. Final whispered line.
Disconnected.
Static fades to silence. And
It's the ambient pad slowly fading. Final whispered line. Disconnected. Static fades to silence. And glitched modem X crackling. Extant high-pitched 404 error vocal tension building white noise. Whispered vox initializing cache breach imminent. Rising pitch modulation with stuttering hi-hats. Fragmented data sounds layered under rising paths. Mechanical click rhythm like hard drive heads. 3, 2, 1. Voice effects. Heavy growling bass drop with glitch slices. Rhythm syncopated broken halftime beat. Dirty snare with ring mod distortion. Bass wobbles cut with sudden data stutters. FX system overload. Pan sweep left, right. Filter beat with vocally glitch block corruption spreading. Ambient sub-layer grows under filtered synth lead. Sparse perks with reverse echo trail effects. More intense version of drop 1. Adds widely weird screech lead. Hi-hats go double time. Hard stop mid-drop with stuttered reboot glitch. Comes back louder with low-end boost. Laser fire effects and data corrupt friction swirl. Down filter break with deep sub-throb. Cache collapsing, slow down, vocal. Synth arpeggio rises and slams into distorted bass. Partial cuts and out like firewall fragments. Sudden silence ending on a stuttered bzzzt. Final note is detuned and decays with the crushed tail. Heavy growling bass drop with glitch slices and slams into the swirl. Syncopated broken halftime beat. Dirty snare with ring mod distortion. Bass wobbles cut with sudden data stutters. Final note is detuned and decays with bit crushed tail. Bass drop with glitch slices. Rhythm syncopated broken halftime beat. Dirty snare with ring mod distortion. Bass wobbles cut with sudden data stutters. FX system overload. Pan sweep left, right. right. Treat beat with vocoder glitch box, corruption spreading. Ambient sublayer grows under filtered synth lead. Sparse perks with reverse echo trail effects. More intense version of drop 1. Adds wide layered screech lead. Fans go double time. Hi-hats go double time. Ground sweep left drop echo trail effect right. Corruption spreading. Ambient sublayer grows under filtered synth lead. Sparse perks with reverse echo trail effects. More intense version of drop 1. Adds wide layered screech lead. Hi-hats go double time. Hard stop mid drop with stuttered reboot glitch. Comes back louder with low end boost. More intense version of drop 1. Adds wide layered screech lead. Hi-hats go double time. Hard stop mid drop with stuttered reboot glitch. Comes back louder with low end boost. Laser fire effects and data corruption swirl. Down filter break with deep sub throb. Cage collapsing. Slowed down vocal glitch. Comes back louder with low end boost. Laser fire effects and data corruptions and slams into distorted bass. Down filtered break with deep sub throb. Cage collapsing. Collapsing. Slowed down vocal glitch. Glitch core. Synth arpeggio rises and slams into distorted bass. Percussion cuts in half like firewall fragment.
Distant synth paths shimmer like ghostly signals in a broken network. Pulsing sub-bass begins subtly, like a heartbeat in the dark. Watching data echoes and reverse digital chirps create a haunted atmosphere. Fragmented robotic whispers fade in and out. Phantom, pulse, lost signal. Splash-path taps smooth electrical sparks.
Rolls and rapid hi-hat patterns start to build tension. Bassline morphs into a growling neurofunk riff, weaving between glitch, hitch. Synth snaps cut sharply layered with distorted noise sweeps. A rising synth arpeggio builds urgency, modulating in pitch. Reboot.
Full neurofunk bassline drops with aggressive distortion and rhythmic complexity. Drums hit hard with rolling kicks, snappy snares and shuffled percussion. Spectral synths layer newer melodies over the bass groove, creating tension. Glitch effects pepper the mix with crackles, bleeps, and stutters.
Vocal fragments echo.
Ends with soft glitch clicks and silence.
Broken out anthems, reverse delay tails, filtering static, pitch bend, vinyl clicks. A bitch crush piano loop glitches in and out. Background fast CPU fan winds, data chirps and reverse speech.
Broken out
ambient textures, reverse delay, tails filtered, static, pitch bend, vinyl clinks, a bitch crushed, piano loop, glitches in and out. Brown the fan winds, data chirps, reverse speech. Feature churches. Final 10 seconds of drop intentionally, clip, overload, then stop abruptly. A loop version of the intro piano with now lower pitched, crackling and warped sounds slowly melt as if losing resolution. Bit depth reduces, pitch drags, final glitch, noise fades into a near silent spectrum blur. One last vocal whisper, still looping. Another 10 seconds of drop intentionally, clip, overload, and stop abruptly. A loop version of the intro piano but now lower pitched, crackling and warped sounds slowly melt as if losing resolution. Bit depth reduces, pitch drags, final glitch, noise fades into a near silent spectrum blur. One last vocal whisper, still looping.
Flickers like headlights turning on. Vocal jump whispers locked into grid. Initiate crypto drift. AM weight bass glides and under neon stabs. Wind effects moving subtle. Coded hook. Slide through light, encrypted flight. The chains alive like grip and tight. Decentralized, no break, no trace. The signal bends, I leave no face. Space swap from pattern kicks in. Tight claps cause my hats. Error whites up, bass lines under every 4 bars. Take word, instant leaps from behind like neon streaks. Bass slowly filters out. Echoes in the build speed. Siren like effects rises. Robotic voice section engaged. The master does damage to the glitch. Drops. Stack good drops. Then groove offbeat kicks. Safely jumped into withering laser blasts. Car screech effects layered on stairs. Turn it up, no throttle back. Bass hits, cut deep with white stereo drift delay. Feels like racing through a digitized Tokyo tunnel. Crew down, vocal stutter, fly crypto, drift. Glitch effects, digital static, bit crushed head all empty space. Before anything through, going up before next third. Reverb, heavy kick mimics heartbeat pacing. Air breaks from LED light, notes flash past in crypto night. Hack the code, resign again. Rubber fades, bring out the sin. Trap has no triplet bass, melody has a nostalgic 80s video game tone provoked. On engine war, layers subtly under vocals. Alondos, on bills with big crush. No breaks, just chain links. Glitch trap bass returns harder, wobble saturated, like we're saturated. Don't prepare a code, no drift, expand hard left, right. The signal bends, unlawing the Farrakhan. I ride the chain, I am the protocol. Synth stretch and pitch down. Digital static grows then cuts. Last vocal. Track lost. Faint tail of an engine. Lights out. Reverb. Lights out. Thick layers of crackling static and digital noise sweep in like a brooding storm. Distant fragmented vocal samples glitch and distort. System failing. Collapse imminent.
Sparse metallic hits and reverse synth stabs echo in the background. Low rumble and sub-bass gently pulses under the static. Percussion kicks in with syncopated snares and glitchy hi-hats. Rising white noise sweeps combined with harsh filtered synth risers. Stuttered glitch effects and big crushed vocal chops. Repeat phrases like
Data, storm, overload.
bass begins to grow, wobbling with distortion and modulated filters.
Tension builds with a rapidly increasing tempo of snare rolls and glitch hits. Heavy crushing bassline slams in with aggressive distortion and growling mid-frequencies. Punchy sharp kick drums hit with industrial resonance.
Synth layers shatter with sharp glitch-infused stabs and chaotic effects. Bursts. Complex syncopated rhythms drive forward with energetic fills and drops.
Vocal glitch snippets are chopped and screwed, adding to the dystopian chaos. The energy is raw, intense, like a digital tempest tearing apart the system.
Fractured signal.
Everything goes back into eerie atmospheric paths and distant glitch textures. Fragmented vocal echoes swirl around. Signal lost, fractured, corrupted. Slow pulsating bass drums provide a dark foundation. Subtle percussion flickers with irregular glitches and reverse samples.
Ambient digital war zone sounds fade in and out, hinting at the aftermath.
Bass laces turns deeper and more distorted, layered with crunchy synth. Drums become more aggressive with heavy kicks, snapping snares, and layered glitch percussion.
Synth stabs slice through mix, adding tension and urgency.
Rhythmic glitch effects accelerate, creating a sense of spiraling collapse. Vocal segmented cries of data corruption, chopped and pitch shifted dynamically. Front sheet slowly fades into distant static and fading digital echoes. Add soften and dissolve into fragmented noise.
Final whispered vocal. Note, loft, down.
Ends with a soft glitching decay, leading to silence.
Into the soft glitching decay leading to silence. Chaotic digital static burst with glitching bits of corrupted code. Dissonant synth plucks stutter rapidly like a malfunctioning circuit. Power's irregular hi-hats tap in unpredictable patterns. Deep sub-bass hums quietly, hinting at rising energy. Whispered robotic vocal snippet error, system compromised. The percussion layers intensify with rolling snares and trap stops. Synth above with rapid-fire pitch bends. White noise sweeps and reverse vocal chops build tension. Vendetta. Aggressive bass drops with heavy distortion and growling mid-range. Complex glitch percussion patterns interlock with punchy kicks and snares. Lead synth lights slice sharply with bit crush textures. Vocal chops scatter unpredictably like shards of corrupted data. Whistles rage, energy surges with fast-paced riffing heads and chop glitches. Cuts out, leaving eerie atmospheric paths and filtered glitch effects. Humming sub-bass lingers with modulated filters. Stops with glitch clicks and reversed vocal snippets echo faintly. Whispered phrase, system failure shutting down. Bass returns heavier and more distorted with aggressive wallow. Bass fades into a lull as percussion dies away. Last robotic whisper fades out. End of line. Silence.